All right, welcome to our Sunday night call. This is going into basically our last week. We're on the 24th of the month, and our team is rapidly growing. So I'm super excited to talk to you kind of about auditing our day. So this is a very, very important part and piece to owning your business. I'm not sure if you have done this, but if you have a piece of paper, I want you to take out a piece of paper right now, hold it up, and take your pen out and go ahead, and I want you to jot out 24 spaces. I want you to write out 24 spaces and just write the numbers 1 through 24 on the sheet of paper. And I'm going to do that right now with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, oh my gosh, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we are doing 24 spots. Do you have any idea why we are doing the number 24? Yeah? Okay, it's because we have precisely 24 hours in our day. 24 hours to make the most impact on people's lives, and we need to make sure that we are rejuvenating and repairing our bodies because we are working out for basically for our mindset, for our health, and also for our business. We do that. But in these 24 hours, I want you to take this piece of paper, and tomorrow, I want you to write down at every single hour what you're doing. Bonus points if you can even break down in the hour what you're doing. There are many day planners that do this, and there are a lot of things that can help you. And one of the best things I have found is the Rise Up Planner is great. The Chalene Johnson Push Journal is amazing. So if you do not have something that is auditing your day and you're constantly wondering, where is my time going? What is happening? I have no time for this. I have no time for the business. Look at your sticky note, look at your piece of paper, and tell me what you do. Secondly, we have a big week. We have 7 days left in the month. And if you are nowhere near your goals, it is time to pivot. It is time to take an action that makes you uncomfortable and to reevaluate things. And we have a lot of new faces that are probably going to watch this recording. We have kind of some thoughts that may be floating around. I've heard that overwhelm is, a piece of the puzzle. I've heard that, afraid of putting yourself out there and kind of feeling lost. And that is a pulse that I'm getting. So right now I'm kind of opening it up to you, Sierra. I'm not sure if Olivia can hear us, but Sierra, I'm ready to have a conversation with you and to hear, where are you at right now? How do you feel in this moment, having 7 days left? And I know you've sampled and been here for a minute, and you've been exposed to Beachbody for a solid year, but for coaching, how do you feel right now? What do you feel right now in this moment, in this month?
Actually, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm kind of ramping myself up for Team Cup right now more than anything. But it definitely isn't always this way. Definitely started out being nervous to invite people, but as I realized that I'm helping people and not hey, this is just something, buy it,
Yeah.
it's jumped my, oh my gosh, you would love this. Let me show you how much, what we can do for you and not. So right
Yeah.
now I'm just in the process of connecting with a lot of people as Team Cup pops up.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I'm actually
Okay.
super excited.
Yeah. And so with that, I want to say January locks in. So I'm very proud that you're committed all in. But I don't want you to dismiss meeting your goals right here and right now and helping humans that need it right now. Because here's something that's really interesting to me. I have found that in my mind, my scarcity mindset sometimes is that if I don't, have enough yeses at the moment, then I save them up for the next month to make it a big month for me. And I say, okay, well, that's going to be a great month for me. And I'm just going to like bump those and just massage those conversations and just keep connecting, which is good. Um, but my hope is that right now we are very in tuned with, okay, take action, keep taking action, keep doing all of the vital behaviors. And when you look at the vital behaviors, we are doing inviting. We are consistently doing that and in conjunction with a connection. So I do want you to still do that and hit the benchmark now. And in fact, it's so important that you hit it now. There's so many rewards that if you bring on people who want to build the business with you in January, it adds up so much. And we can talk about that in our second tier phone call at 8:30. So I want to talk a little bit about the peanut butter and jelly sandwich invite process. Have you listened to the recording that I pushed out from Micah by chance?
Yes.
Yes. What were your thoughts on that? Did that kind of tweak your approach to things?
Oh yeah, definitely. It it made me realize a lot more. I don't know how to say this. The process in general. Like, she just brings something new to the table that I haven't, like, okay, well, I've been inviting like crazy this day and invited like and then this day I'm doing all this, and it's just easier to do what she explained than it was to what my previous process was.
Okay, yeah. And so here's my question is, now that you have that information, how have you tweaked it since you heard? Did you go ahead and go in directly into your connects and try it out?
Yes.
And how was the
Um
response?
a lot better, a lot more. You always get the yeah, I'm interested, but money. But a lot more interest, actually, believe it or not. Like, a
Yeah.
lot more, oh hey, that's great, oh yeah, well, I offer free, workouts, but oh yeah, free workouts, and then they'll do the workout, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. Let's jump on. So
hmm So one thing is I really ask one hard questions too is I found it super, super easy to invite to my free community. I had free groups as a new coach in 2015. I had 30-day squat challenges. I had 30-day crock pot swap groups. And I found that I had a lot of people that would plug into those and always suck me dry of every single free opportunity I ever gave. And I'll give, and mentor those people so much, which is great, which is awesome. But in the long run, like as running a business, you are value. You are so valuable. And in fact, I think you are far more worth a $50 compensation for a challenge back, right? Like I continuously think that, that needs to be raised. Like people should pay more, for your sweat and tears and emotions put into them because each person kind of varies in how much they actually need and coaching wise. So I continue to like think of this as mindset going into inviting and being able to get into their heads like in the invitation process of what are their true pain points and expound upon the value that you provide and expound upon the value of the entire ecosystem because once they do see that and once you continue to provide that big picture, um, they will see that and then they will probably invest because free is great and free community is amazing. But also the fact that the matter is you will not find a dietitian, cheaper than what we have to provide you those courses. Have you ever gone to a dietitian and paid money for sessions, paid for custom meal plans, paid for all of that? Like, there is no way that people can find $13 a month for what we give. So
Mhm.
I really truly want you to step into these, next couple of days as we just kind of have a conversation back and forth is scarcity mindset of like saving and kind of going into the next, chunk. So that's one thing. And the next thing is kind of going into creating a community and tribe and thinking about your team and the people that you want to draw and attract. So that's another piece to this puzzle is stepping into what is your team name? Have you created a team page yet? Have you thought about the humans that you want to build the business with? And is that a scary thing? Like, is it more normal or natural for you to go and find someone to join a boot camp versus someone who wants to work alongside you and be a business partner? And I would say adventure, because for me personally, and for most coaches, it is easier to invite to the boot camp because it seems almost like a big scary thing, right? If you don't know it all, if you don't know the compensation plan all the way through, if you don't know it, by 100% guarantee you, if you start thinking about these things and say, okay, opening a team page, I'm doing it with 0 people working with you. But now you have a place to put them. Just like bod groups, you have a place to put your people. You have a vision for a team name, and you now are like, yes, like I have this. Not that you have to go and recreate everything, but branding your own vibe and your own tribe and creating your own legacy is really important. And it doesn't matter like you have 0 people or you have 10,000 people. It doesn't matter if you are Sierra or if you are Micah, like it's truly 100% from the get-go, you are creating your own tribe. And that's my encouragement is 1, audit your day. 2, approach this with less of a kind of, all right, I'm offering this, but I also have free stuff, but like be very bold, be very concise, know exactly what you want. And if you don't know that yet, like sit down, and I know you do. Like we've talked about this, like you are very clear on this. So be bold and proclaim it. And third, every time you sit down and you put something out there, um, putting your story and kind of like breadcrumbing it and giving like a piece of that and like providing value is one of the best things that you can do. So think of this. Think of almost like every single post that you do, you could create a little blog. You could create a little weekly email to people who opted in. So go ahead and look back at the 7 last posts that you did. Could you do that? Could you provide a substantial storyline, or would these be pinnable posts or shareable to other people? Would they share it? Would they be wanting to share it on their stories? Are they going to do that? So that's where you level up. If you don't feel like you're ready for a team, but you don't feel like, then level up what you're putting out there. Put your story out there and learn how to tweak it, learn how to like go in and craft your story. And if like writing captions are weird for you, like practice it. And like getting in the mindset is really important. And I think, auditing your day, becoming that CEO, put that CEO hat on every single day and stepping into that and really being bold, being extremely bold and taking ownership and speaking more about where you want to go instead of where you've been, and that like side by side kind of conversation. Where do you want to go and who are you taking with? Because then when you like cast that vision out to people, then they catch on. And they're like, oh, this is what Sierra's doing and this is why she's doing this. And they see it beyond products. They see it beyond, what they, whatever. That's what I believe when you do that. So that's stepping deeper into, what new coaches probably are thinking of. And they're probably going to get this recording and be like, wow, as soon as you take that approach and that mindset, every time you press submit to your social, that is going to either create, an authentic following. People are going to read into your story and either you're going to provide value for them. They're going to see your testimony. They're going to see proof the product works. They're going to see a thriving businesswoman. So no, every time you do that, it's forever there. someone has seen it and you can't take it back. Every time you put it on stories, someone's gonna see it. You can't take it back. So just think about it. It's like you have put on your suit and you're going to work every single time you put something out there on social. So that's another way of like reframing it and being like, this is no longer like just, playing around. If you want to play around, like, okay, then just pick an account to like push things up. But I think honestly, this is a lifestyle change. And that's where some people have asked me, well, do I just make a Beachbody Instagram? Well, my question is your lifestyle not like, are you not working on your health and wellness? Is that just not your lifestyle? Like that's what I think is the case. So hopefully that's helped you and hopefully that helps other women. But I know Lydia's trying to hop on here. It's going to be kind of difficult. I hope she can listen to the recording. But that is my hope is so tomorrow I want to see the piece of paper and I want you to personally send it to me and everyone watching this recording. And by Tuesday morning, I want to see. And I do want to see the hours. So 1 through 12 should be the AMs. And then 12 through 24 should be the PMs, like military time. And in that, you should see, oh, like maybe I scrolled and commit to when you say I'm on social or I'm on screen time, are you consuming or are you creating? Because that's the piece where people are like, oh, well, this is just making me stuck on my phone. But the process is being able to, see if you're really, consuming or, creating the stuff that you're putting out there and actually digging into conversations and communicating with other people versus just scrolling. So that's my hope is that's what I want people to do this week and to hop on Brad's call tomorrow morning or watch the recording. And quite honestly, I found myself emotionally drained after watching him and I can't do the same stuff as effectively. I've watched my numbers go down. And I talked to my husband, and this is the thing is that I have to scale back as much as I pour into these live calls and kind of realize that I need to process this and probably like take a step away from some stuff and be able to like fully like digest. So like I can't imagine how you feel either. So like my encouragement is as we take on these mindset calls and we dig into this, know that okay, well, we are taking emotional energy and pouring into this piece, which is really, really important. You still need to do the power hours. We still need to do the vitals, but maybe there's somewhere else where we need to like rest and rejuvenate. Maybe we need to find a little balance. Maybe we don't watch the live video on Monday mornings and National Wake Up Call bundled together. Maybe we watch the recordings of Brad later that day, or maybe, like starting your day off like bam, bam, bam. Just realize like what you can take on. You don't always have to be 100% always live because I've noticed myself wanting to always 100% be live, but do watch and do the homework. So that's my encouragement. So I'm gonna get off and let our team Unstoppable get on and we can kind of key in. And then at 9 p.m., we'll have that opportunity. Whoever wants to go on the company live power, we'll do that. So I'm going to stop recording right